Welcome to the Morning Mayhem Show with the morning crew, Tom and Mama Manny.
And your host, Jim Amato.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to today, Tuesday, March 22nd. It is a cooler day than it was yesterday, but it's supposed to warm up, be pretty nice before I think some rain settles in for the end of the week. So if you're in the outdoor sports, it should be a good day for you today as well. It is also American Diabetes Association Alert Day. Now, that alert is to remind you that almost 10 million adults are diagnosed every year with diabetes, and it gets more prevalent as you get older. So make sure when you go for your checkup, you check to see, make sure that your sugar levels are where they're supposed to be. It's also National 3D Day. That doesn't mean like there's three people with the names that begin D. That is actually 3D, that third dimension, and it's from stereoscopes, from being able to see ultrasounds, things that we were able to identify in the third dimension. Now it's also celebrating the digital printing that we're able to do and things of that nature. So if you have a digital printer today, be something nice to print out and off that printer. It is also National Ag Day. I thought it was National AG Day when I first looked at it, which would be Attorney General Day, but it's not. It's National Ag Day. Do you know what that is?
Agricultural?
That is correct. It is National Agricultural Day for everyone that works in the agricultural fields and the disciplines they're so involved in keeping our nation running.
I think they need more than one day, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, they should have a decade, perhaps. Mm-hmm. It is also National Bavarian Crepes Day.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Solid day.
Yeah, I'm not against this day at all. I don't know exactly where to pick any up, though. Does anyone have
IHOP?
IHOP, perhaps.
There used to be a place downtown that there was a crepe place, but I don't think so anymore. New Haven.
A crepe place. That's what we need. There's not enough crepe places available to us anymore. And it is National West Virginia Day, because every state needs a day. I don't know if Connecticut has a day.
Yeah, we went over this. It's the summer.
Oh, it's in the summer. That's right. Yeah. I did forget that we had gone over that. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays aren't good. But it is National Goof Off Day.
I love it.
Yes. Which is
using that one all day.
It is my life. The National Goof Off Day, where you should just go and do something fun or silly or just because. That's the day for today, which is good that it's not tomorrow, because tomorrow is SAT day here in the building. So make sure that you don't goof off tomorrow. And again, our schedule goes SAT, PSAT tomorrow. Today's a B day. Thursday will be an A day. So tomorrow there's no set day. It just goes B, whatever, A. And then we'll finish with a B day at the end of the week. The quote of the day is, "Compassion is about giving all the love that you got," from Cheryl Strayed. That's another good quote. Again, freshmen and juniors, make sure that you have your Chromebooks ready to go tomorrow, and they're going to last about 5 hours on that battery charge. And if you have your power adapters with you, just bring them, throw them in the bag, just be on the safe side. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to see what's happening. And sophomores, you have yours. You're going to be doing the Scantron, the bubble it in. And if you don't know the answer, I don't know, just pick C. It's probably your best choice. No, I don't know. I don't really know statistically what the best choice is anymore, but just go with an answer. Because if you leave it blank, you don't get a score for it. But if you guess, you just might. Yep. The class of 2022 is asking you to jump into the fun on their trampoline night. So it looks like they're going to have a trampoline night. I can't say in April 8th. 9th, I really can't see that on there. That's very small print.
April 8th, 7 to 9.
There we go.
At Extreme Air in Cheshire.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That's a Friday night.
There's something you could have done through the pandemic. Class of 2022, National Honor Society, senior members, your meeting is Thursday, March 24th. That's this week, this Thursday. Make sure that you're there. And the Science National Honor Society, together with Woodland Worldwide, is sponsoring the versus Women, is Woman X Women event organized by the Jackson Laboratory. It's Wednesday, next March 30th, in the Woodland Media Center, and it will explore research addressing age-related diseases and share the journeys of women pursuing careers in science. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to Mrs. Lesh or Mrs. Gary if you're interested in attending that event. And if you're looking to support Ukraine any way that you can, find the QR codes on the wall, scan that in, and there'll be a place to donate to Maiden United, which is a local fund that is collecting donations, charity to support those in the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. And for the 84-hour film challenge, you're going to go see Mr. Riello for March 25th to 28th. See what's going on with that. And Worldwide has a guest speaker coming. Love 146 is going to show up to talk to you about human trafficking from the experts at Love 146. And that's March 29th, next Tuesday, a week from today. And if you're looking for us, we're here at 7:15 a.m.-ish every morning. So feel free to stop by and give us a listen. Time now for the news. T-minus 60 with Tomlin.
Morning. Couple top stories today. First off, Ukrainian forces have said that they've retaken a strategically important suburb of Kyiv early Tuesday as Russian forces squeeze other areas near the capital, and their attack in the embattled southern port of Mariupol raged unabated. Explosions and bursts of gunfire shook Kyiv, and black smoke rose from a spot in the north. Intensified artillery fire could be heard from the northwest, where Russia has sought to encircle the capital. Several suburban areas of the capital, a crucial target. France and Mexico are pressing the UN members to mention Russia's invasion in a resolution on the worsening humanitarian situation in Ukraine. South Africa is arguing against that approach, saying that inserting political issues may block consensus on helping civilians. A French-Mexican draft resolution expected to be considered this week by the 193-nation UN General Assembly reiterates the world body's March 2nd demand for Russia to stop its military offensive in Ukraine and withdraw all of its troops. It also demands that protection of all civilians' infrastructure is indispensable to their survival. In the United States, Supreme Court nominee Judge Jackson will face Senators' questions for the first time Tuesday as Democrats push to quickly confirm the only African-American female justice in the country's 233-year history. Jackson, a federal appeals court judge, stands on to listen to more than 4 hours Senators' opening statements on Monday, first of 4 days of Judiciary Committee hearings on her nomination. Today, each senator will have 30-minute rounds of grilling her with questions, and she will respond to their specific points, including charges by some Republicans that she has been too lenient in sentencing in criminal matters. Back to Africa. Cape Town, South Africa. A drive to vaccinate more than 9 million children against polio has been launched this week in 4 countries in southern and eastern Africa after an outbreak was confirmed in Malawi. The urgent vaccination campaign has started, where drops of the inoculation are being placed in the mouths of children across the country, including the capital in the country's largest city. All right. In Alaska, simmering public anger in Alaska over the legislature's failure to settle the state's most radioactive issue, that being how big a check residents receive from the state's oil wealth fund, is colliding with a once-in-a-decade opportunity for political activism. The chance for voters call for a constitutional convention this November. There's actually 3 states that this November will be voting on whether or not to call a constitutional convention: Alaska, Missouri, and New Hampshire. In Missouri, there's been next to no interest. In New Hampshire, there's been some bubbling and some requests for actually New Hampshire to break away and become its own independent country. In all, 14 states are required to hold periodic elections asking voters whether to convene a constitutional convention. And during this time period, delegates typically have pretty much free range to propose revisions or even entirely new constitutions that would then have to go back to the voters for ratification. There's your news.
All right.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on for a Tuesday. And that's news T-minus 60 with Tomlin. Over the sports desk with Mama Manning.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning indeed.
What a game last night.
Yes, it was.
UConn women up against UCF, University of Central Florida. What a defensive battle.
Yeah. It and some sloppy offense.
Oh, some easy shots that did not go down.
A lot of crazy fouls.
A lot of turnovers. 10 blocks by
10
UConn.
blocks.
10.
Yeah.
Final score 47-52. UConn advances.
And you could never relax the entire game.
Oh, you couldn't.
You just had to like wait on it to see how it's going to finish up.
Yeah. I usually do some chores, run some errands.
Yeah, you couldn't get distracted.
No.
Well, it's usually because they're playing with a 30-point lead or a 40-point lead, and you can switch to another game.
And they weren't last night.
No, not at all. They were right in the mix right there. So
Unbelievable.
It was a little crazy.
Down to the final second.
Yeah, how's your bracket looking after the couple second rounds right there?
My women's bracket is better than my men's. I have 2 out of the final 4 for the men's, but I have my 4 in for the women.
I think I'm out of one whole side of a bracket, 1/4 of the bracket. And then I have the 2 that I think they're going to win. And then I have Stanford and
South Carolina.
And South Carolina going in.
Yeah.
And then for the men, I think I'm still okie dokie there. I'm not like doing horrible.
Mm-hmm. But I will say that game before the UConn game was as equally as challenging. The Belmont-Tennessee game.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I really thought Belmont was going to take it.
I really did too.
That came down to the final seconds as well. That was back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one half of my men's bracket is just it's just a hot mess. It's just red X's everywhere.
Is that yours right there?
That's mine right here.
I see a lot of red. That's like a poorly written essay. It's got red all over it, coach.
It looks like it's been corrected. And then on the top half of the bracket, I did all right in the South and the West. I still have the top seeds making it through. A lot of green.
Yeah, I got Zags and Arizona in the final.
But the Midwest and the East region really
mine too
took me to task.
Too many upsets.
I had like the first round, I did all right. Like I hit St. Mary's coming through.
Yeah.
That was good. But then the second round, the upsets just
I have UConn will play Saturday. It's a 2:00 game.
Okay.
But Friday night, I'm watching that St. Pete's game.
I am definitely watching the St. Pete's game. You know that's gonna be televised.
Cinderella team.
Yeah. Cinderella story, boy out of nowhere. That's
Caddyshack.
That's going to be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an opportunity to pull it off. It's going to be an interesting game indeed. Purdue didn't look that stout. They look a little shaky.
They're shaky. Very shaky. Yep.
So
it's like my Zags. Come on, people.
If St. Peter's can keep up that same aggressive press, they should be able to take it moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Whole game.
The whole game.
No chippiness like last night.
No. Yeah, hopefully not.
Did you see the play Beckers called the foul?
Popped in the face. That one where she got straight arm.
Yes.
The girl looked like she was a running back and just put that hand in her grill.
Her.
Yeah.
And then later in the second half, when the UCF player was shooting fouls and Beckers called the violation.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
All right, at the end, this one I thought was going to get tough. I think we were up by 3, and Williams was making a cross.
Yes.
And the girl put a moving screen, threw her leg in front of her, and then Williams got called for it.
Foul.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so if you don't like basketball, then you have no idea what's going on, but happy morning to you.
Entertaining to listen to.
It makes for good radio.
It makes for a quiet neighborhood at my house because everybody leaves when I watch basketball.
Because I can hear you from your house.
Hear me.
All right. So if you're looking for the rest of the NCAA coverage, we'll have more talks on these things, especially as the games pick up again on Thursday. So feel free to listen to us every morning at 7:15 a.m.-ish. And don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Morning Mayhem podcast. Morning Mayhem is broadcast live from Woodland Regional High School in Beacon Falls, Connecticut, each and every school day. Follow us on Spotify, Anchor FM, or wherever you find your latest podcasts. And for more information on the show, upcoming guests, and past episodes, visit our show website, morningmayhem.show.